Good afternoon. Dale with Northridge Homes here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about lighting fixtures and the trim out of the electrical package. As you can see here, I have 3 pendants above where the island's going to be. Now, if you could have come into this kitchen a couple of weeks ago, you would have seen nothing on the ceiling and had no idea there was ever going to be 3 fixtures here. What we do in this scenario is when we're in the rough in stage, we get a general idea and we lay out where we figure the island's going to be and all the cabinets, etc., are going to be in the kitchen so that everybody can rough into those items. And the electrician, he roughs in the ceiling wire and just kind of coils it in a real close idea of where we think the pendant will be, and leaves a wire there ready to grab it at this stage. Then once we're at a place like this where we have the countertop in, the island's basically together, countertop will be in a couple of days, but we know what the countertop size is. Then at that point now, the electrician has enough information to actually figure out where the lights are going to be and get them nice and evenly spread across the countertop for the island, and then laser up to the ceiling, cut a hole, find the wire that we left there, make up the box, and hang the fixture ready for the countertop. Sometimes it happens right after the countertop's installed, sometimes right before, but as long as we have the cabinetry set and we know what the parameters of the island's going to be, it allows us to go ahead and put those fixtures in and be accurate with it. A long time ago, you used to set a box and try and guess, and things would be all off, and you'd have patches from fixing the ceiling and what have you, and that's been remedied these days by doing it in another way. So other things that you'll see that in the foreground or the background, there's some switches that are made up and some outlets that are not. So the same thing's going on there. In this first run of trim, the electrician does everything that he can possibly do. There's some places that he can't, there's just not the information or the work installed yet. So for example, in the kitchen, we're going to have a full tile backsplash there, so he's not going to make up those outlets until after that tile goes on. And sometimes that's the same thing in a bathroom or other wet area, depending upon how much tile you have. And on this particular build, that also applies to the powder room. The powder room has a specialty mirror that's going in that room. And so once we set the pedestal, put that specialty mirror in place, then he'll be able to line the fixture up over the mirror and everything will look perfect. But right now, without the mirror, he's kind of guessing, and we try not to guess at things. So he's done the same thing that he's done here. He coiled the wire in the wall with a really good idea of where it'll be so that we can get it perfect after the mirror's installed. So with that said, the electrical trim out really goes in 2 stages. Stage 1, you're seeing happen here. We've hung everything we can possibly hang. 90% of the outlets are trimmed out and operational. Most of the lighting's hung and operational. The doorbell works, the smoke detectors work, and all that stuff is up and running. And then right at the end of the project, after the tile's done and all the mirrors and grab bars and all that are hung, he'll come back one more run and trim out the few items that got left for the end and pick up any odds and ends for him to final out his permit.